Hello, my name is Teresa Valentino, and I'm the author of Dear Jimmy, What a Child Trafficking Survivor Wishes You Knew. So I was trafficked back in 1972, and so I've had a lot of time to work on this sort of thing, and that's what I blog about at teresavalentino.com is the little pro tips that I've learned along the way, the things that I've come to know that have helped me get by and create a decent, happy, fulfilled life that I have now. So the acronym that I learned this past week during the Brett Kavanaugh kerfuffle, very, very useful and would have saved me years and years of therapy. Let me just say, so I'm going to share this with you right now. It's called DARVO, D-A-R-V-O. And if you ran an internet search on that, you'd find out a lot of good scholarly type information. But in short, DARVO is something every survivor should know. It's deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. And it is the go-to move that guilty people use to avoid consequences for their behavior when they're confronted. So, in the Brett Kavanaugh instance, here's how it looked. When Dr. Ford came forward with her very, I feel like very solid allegation against him, when men are accused of rape, they almost always deny it, period. I mean, that's just almost always the only response any man has, I didn't do it. Because that's such a go-to move for them. They get away with that almost always. So it's deny and then attack. If they keep coming with that allegation, then you have to attack. Like, Dr. Ford is not going away. We're at a Supreme Court hearing here. So then they had to attack. And he's like, oh, well, it's the Clintons and it's this and it's that. And they're coming for me and this is a sham because after my whole life, I worked my butt off to get into Yale and blah, 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 blah. So it's deny, attack. And then you reverse victim and offender. See, because I've been attacked with this false accusation, so now I'm on the attack. And so I'm the victim and I'm right to attack you. See, that's exactly how it works. So a lot of the time people actually know consciously that they're doing this. I mean, obviously Brett Kavanaugh knows that he was a dick and that he did stuff like that and that he would have loved to do that. Even if he was blackout drunk enough to not remember having done that to her, he should know that it's exactly the sort of thing that would have been right up his alley. So, yeah. And so that's exactly what he did. So that's your handy hint for today is DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. When they get all super offended because you have confronted them with their actual behavior, that's the dead giveaway. It's the old, methinks the lady doth protest too much. But this is specifically how it's codified within sexual abusers. The other thing to keep an eye out for with a DARVO user like Brett is that, and Kellyanne Conway did that too in a slightly different way when she came on and claimed to be a sexual assault survivor herself. That was absolute DARVO in my opinion. I find her 0% credible. The lady who invented the phrase alternative facts just popped out, I'm a sexual assault survivor too, and I think this is nonsense, or whatever she said about it. She used being her status as a sexual assault survivor to knock down basically the Me Too position. And she just like pop, just hopped right over that, like didn't have anything else to say about it. So that was just the most craven and disgusting lie that I've ever seen in my life. So think of it in terms of DARVO and it makes perfect sense. Reverse victim and offender. That was just another way for her to pivot to being not on the team offense, not there to speak for Brett Kavanaugh with a woman's mouth, but for her to be the victim. She had to reverse the victim and offender. No, I'm the victim. I'm a sexual assault survivor too. Liar, liar, pants on goddamn fire. That was just DARVO. So, because nothing Kellyanne Conway has ever done or said appears to have been informed by the real life experience of being sexually assaulted. So that's just super straightforward to me. She's, it's kind of like gaydar for those of us who are in the Me Too club, I guess. Like, she's just not believable as a sexual assault survivor, and certainly not the way that she said that. So that was just a variation on DARVO. So the other thing to keep in mind with these guys who use DARVO is that they greatly overstate their own damages and they completely negate any damages of the other person. That's another part of the DARVO. Like, well, something awful may have happened to Christine Ford, but I don't know anything about it. So you know, whatever, but my life is ruined, completely irrevocably destroyed. My family is completely irrevocably destroyed. Brett Kavanaugh has not had to move his home as Dr. Ford has. His marriage is intact as far as I know. There's no plans for a divorce that I know of. His children are still breathing as far as I know. In other words, his life took a major upturn, and he's talking about it in terms of permanent destruction because of the damage to his reputation, which is not his entire life. It's just his reputation and his ego, okay? Learn what your DARVO is all about, folks, and you'll live a much better life, and you'll get trolled a lot less. So check out my book, Dear Jimmy, What a Child Trafficking Survivor Wishes You Knew, on Amazon Kindle. And check out my blog, teresavalentino.com. I'd love to hear from you. Please comment, rate, like, subscribe, share, all of that, and survive. Don't fall into the DARVO. Don't play it.